right now, Big going to be starting on the CT side with FaZe on the T side, and
oh yeah,
this should be a good chance for them to make it back and show what they're all about here.
yes indeed. FaZe starting on the T side of Nuke, Big starting on the CT side. Pistol round underway. Over towards ramp room we go. We have aggression from both sides. tabseN going to tuck himself behind the door on the right side. He's got searson in the back to bait, to pull players into his position. But if he's not perfect there, missing a couple shots, and he's going to push. He's going to choose to take a timing, and he is dispatched with ease.
Oh, searson, one missed opportunity right there. They don't want to challenge it too much. Like, all right, there's one in ramp, hard on the ramp. Let's leave it alone for now. Dooley's up close on Crimbo. That could be real important. If they're all going to be coming through, he needs all the bullets. Well, it doesn't matter. He doesn't even pull the trigger at all. Kerrigan flies right into his face, and that's the end of the round for him. Keto in a lot of trouble here as well. Way too many people charging him. Tizian tries to fight. Had a moment where they were all preoccupied looking at Keto, but now that moment has come and gone, and it's on searson. And they knew where he was. They knew he was ramp all along, so this is not going to be a surprise. Very hard retake, if not impossible here.
Yeah, I think impossible is the operative word there. Twist puts him down, but even if he doesn't, Rops was going to pop up at any moment behind the blue box and take care of him with ease. So 1-0 for FaZe as Big gets picked apart on the pistol.
Interesting. What a good start for FaZe. But they kind of had that on Dust too, so don't want to read too much into it. A lot of stuff can still happen. They're going to be up against some pistols. Even that early, look at the Scout and MP9 bought up in the second round. We're seeing this more and more for these second rounds on the CT side. People are just investing everything they can into it.
Oh, look at the triple nade as well. Only does 6 damage to Rain. I think they only actually threw 2 of them. Crimbo still has his HE, but Rain's got a lot of space to work with outside.
Rain started to sneak down Mac 10, so not worried about giving anything away. And it's going to be doing a little bit of an investigation down here to find out what exactly is happening. Keto is playing for, to slow them down. He didn't actually miss it the first time. That's a little bit scary. But yeah, he had a smoke in hand all along to drop, so he never really wanted to take a fight. Just wanted to slow down Rain. But that one smoke is not going to be enough, is it? There's still a minute left on the clock.
No, FaZe can just wait all the smokes out. There was one dropped over at Squeaky Door as well. Oop, and Rain's going to get the kill through the smoke anyways. That Mac 10 gets the bonus money, enough for some McDonald's.
So what's your favorite McDonald's menu, Jason?
Oof. Man, it's got to be the hash browns.
Oh,
Crimbo behind the smoke, going to drop Kerrigan 1-for-1 trade. There is a rotation here, but tabseN doesn't have the tools to stop that. Yeah, hash browns with the McDonald's breakfast is pretty god tier.
Okay, I was gonna say, can you get that around the clock, or is it just a breakfast thing?
I don't actually know anymore. I think they made breakfast more accessible. But I mean, back in the day when you had to show up by like 10 a.m., those hash browns were the bomb diggity.
All right, that's you have to fight for it. You have to get out of bed, roll up there. All right.
Nothing fixes a hangover like a McDonald's hash browns at 10 a.m.
I appreciate that. Well, something to think about. I don't even think they have them in Denmark, so we're being robbed. We don't know what that is, so they're not on the menu here.
One more knock against Denmark, I guess. Add it to the list.
It's rough. It's rough out here. There's a good shot from that scout to get a kill, and they did get another one on the Rain eventually, but it's just it's not enough to do anything about the round here. So it's going to be a second one on the board for FaZe. And Tizian saving the Galil, which is kind of a nice win. That's interesting. Maybe that could be put to use in this upcoming round.
Yeah, hard to imagine a world in which the Galil is going to completely turn the round, but certainly can do some damage and create some chaos, which would be interesting. It's a shame. Obviously, they can't afford to buy up a whole lot around it either, although another nade stack coming in. Anders, 3 nades picked up on Keto, tabseN, and Tizian.
I love it. I'm a huge fan of that. Rarely works out, but that's what makes it exciting, you know? So there's going to be like 1 in 1,000 game where you just get the full-on nuke outside and you kill 3 or 4 people with it. But every other time, it seems like it's all or nothing, right? The rest of the time, it's like this.
I think even the last round, even just only did 6 damage onto Rain. There goes the Galil. Nice duel against Twist. He's brought down to 6 HP, but with just USPs left, I don't think there's anything that Big can really use to clean up any of this damage. Ooh, nice little dink onto Brokey, and he's going to bail out of the fight. So some early damage dealt, but still a 5-on-4 in the favor of FaZe.
Okay, but a little bit of something to work with. Tabson close. Carrigan is just on the other side waiting. There's so much time here that no pressure really on FaZe to do anything. Eventually, it's going to have to be out to Big to see if they want to try and do something with the stack that they got going on the A-bomb side, or just want to wait it out. But with the grenades that are on the T side, waiting it out is also a little bit risky. And yeah, every single entry got here. Some great damage on the Twisted and Carrigan, but it might have to stick with that. Crimbo sneaking in from that ramp room. And probably just looking for an exit if it's going to be possible at all here. I mean, that would be huge for him if he could steal an AK especially.
Yeah, if you could get that, it seems like a little bit of a dream at this point. Couple low HP players he'd love to line up on the exit. Rain is searching, though, with the high HPs, making sure everyone... What a buddy. What a battle buddy to have. Rain just ensuring the escape for all of his teammates and even finding the 5-7 at the end. 3-0 for FaZe, and the guns are going to come out for Big's defense.
A battle buddy.
Yeah.
We all could need that every once in a while, you know?
Kind of like a Thunder buddy, but for battle.
I like it. Yeah. Someone to hold on to the corners and make sure that you're not messing anything up.
Exactly.
Trying to win that. That's nice. Well, this is where it really counts. 4th round is coming up. We've got that AWP back on Searson out in the yard, not afraid at all. And this is what he's been doing in the past as well on this map. So, love to see if they found a way to beat him up. Rain trying to be aggressive and sneak out to find whatever he can out here. Keto just buying some time with the smoke. Searson's not hearing anything. That smoke, hard for him to know how close it is. Oh, and he's going to get that kill easily. Rain trying to see if he can be quick with it, but that cost him his life. And Carrigan, does he want to try and follow it up or play through the smoke? He seems like he wants to go into garage and find any kind of an opening here, but that's a good start for Big nonetheless.
Yeah, Tabson's kind of got the real difficult job outside keeping track of yard because Carrigan has slipped by. If they thought Rain was the only one out here, they're in trouble. Carrigan at the moment, as the in-game leader too, is going to be able to organize his team to hit towards whichever part of the map he wants to backstab. It could be ramp, could be up heaven.
Trying to get up there. It's possible. He's deep in right now. One good setup. Yeah, they're all looking the wrong way. The spray is in for Carrigan. He gets one and draws enough attention away. I'm sure he could have got both, but even just the little bit of attention there is absolutely fine. And just like that, it's back into a, well, 3-on-2 now that Tabson's picked up the kill on Robs. That's a bit unfortunate. They had a great lockdown on this phase. It looked like maybe it was going to be a very winnable round, but the retake is on now. Searson sneaking in and takes down Carrigan with that AWP. It's all on Brokey. Galil in hand, flashbang in his eyes, and I don't think there's any recovery from this right now. He's in a lot of trouble. Tries to swing for it. He wins the fight against Tabson. Oh, man, he made that way closer than I thought. Going to be putting out the smoke, and there is no kit, so yeah, you had to do that.
I was gonna say that was Big's Molotov as well to force Brokey out into the open. So if you didn't pick up that smoke on the way there or have that smoke, he probably would have lost the round. That could have been real dicey. Good win, but a good couple of kills at the end for Brokey in a 1v3 to limit the money that's going to grow. However, I think the bigger concern for Big is even out of that victory, completely losing track of the outer yard, like completely giving it up entirely to a point where even your upper defenders had no idea that that wrap was possible. Thankfully, with that push in ramp room, they actually had like a pretty quick flank, I guess, through lobby to come back in through the hut.
Yeah, that surely was the upside. Pretty important stuff. Once you lose that high ground advantage and you get backstabbed by Carrigan, that normally would mean the end of the round, you'd have to assume, but nicely done. 1-3. Searson, what an aggressive position. Twist kind of, you could tell from the way that he peeked that, was thinking about it, but maybe not fully believing it, so interesting stuff. Crimbo going to be finding Carrigan, and it's going to be a 2-3.
Oh, that's such a dick move to have that kind of a push with the 5-7. If you're FaZe as well, you have to know that this bomb is being watched. Smoke towards the main choke, but do they still have no idea Rops is inside of hut? He could actually be a little bit of an X factor in this round.
Oh, that's Rain, sorry, dinked through the smoke. Nice execute. Keto on the return with the Deagle to take down Robs. Still a chance here, even if they're running into a little bit of trouble in the lobby. They've picked up the bomb against, at least they recover that much. Searson going to be sneaking in. Again, he's up close. Hard angle to check this one if you're coming in from the T side. They're going to make a run for it, and that's going to be heard on the other side. And already downstairs is Tizian, so if they just run straight for it, he is at least going to have a little bit of advance warning that they're coming.
I didn't even catch on to this early. This is big out of a victory, just mostly playing with the AWP that was saved in the previous round and buying up 5-7s with armor with that lobby crunch. They actually didn't invest into this round, and it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off in a big way.
Crazy.
What a complete boost in the economy outside of a second win as well. 2-3.
That is, yeah, very interesting. Unorthodox, to say the least, but it does put them in a nice position here. A lot of money behind them. They steal 2 AKs on top of everything else. Yeah, so they're going to be in a fabulous position going into the 6th round. I appreciate that. What a battle here in the lobby.
Yeah, real big grind. Actually, FaZe did a pretty good job of taking it back, of just of even getting into a position where they could recontrol lobby after all the pushes from Big. Just so much time eaten off the clock, so many players and resources whittled down. What a good round from Big with a very conservative economic decision. Op still in the hands of Searson. He's got 5 kills and some good opening kills as well for Big on defense.
Well, let's see. I was advertising Brokey quite a bit in that first map. I don't think we got to see everything that we really wanted out of it, so I'm back for more. I'm not going to stop the advertising. I just want to see. I'm just pushing it into this map. I just think this is going to be the chance for it. So let's see. Brokey looking right over that container for anyone. No one's going to challenge him outside yet. The fact that it works. Oh, Brokey's going to find Searson. That's it. The fact that that it works. I mean, going for the save in after a victory is in itself nuts. But then it also works. Surely that's also going to be so confusing to FaZe. They must have no idea what's happening now.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to make your read of what their money is a little bit weird. That's a very ambitious route to run for Searson that late in the round without really considering and stopping to take the fight on top silo. Op is a tantalizing prospect for Rain. The rest of FaZe is all lined up in lobby at the moment.
Still 35 seconds, so they could go for this A-bomb site. Kerrigan, I think, throwing the bomb back and trying to lead the charge here with the Galil. Tabson outside. If he can stop Rain from getting in to join his teammates, that might be huge. Good little trade there. There's Tabson with the kill, so Rain is out of the picture. And now it's just all on the main portion of this attack, coming through the hut and lobby. So we'll see if they're going to be able to twist with an opening on Tabson. And they should be able to get the bomb plant down. The grenade is not going to stop anyone. It's a lot of damage. But still, a 2-on-3 for the retake here. FaZe in a good position here. Are they even going to go for it here? They're low on health. I guess not.
I think they got to save. Yeah, with Keto brought down to 19 HP, it's not worth it. You'd lose a lot of weapons. So still in the next round, you can see Searson 4,400, Tabson 3,400, Tizian 3K. I mean, they're going to be able to buy in the next round. That AWP will get passed over. Searson will drop an M4 in return and plenty of cash for another strong big buy on the CT side. But good take from FaZe.
Yeah, that was a couple of things that were important for that to work out. Especially, I think, shutting down Tabson coming in from the outside. That is it's a good way to get started. So, tiny lead building right now for the FaZe side of things. Even in spite of a little bit of a hiccup, they're doing all right. Big, though, can still buy because they had that ridiculous round earlier. So, I don't think we've ever seen that before, have we? Surely not.
Well, I mean, there's a certain level of irony as well in doing it against Kerrigan, because he's said a couple times over the years, like if you go back to that Boston Major final that they lost, like one of his, I don't want to call it regrets, but one of his things is there was that weird economic round at a certain point where they won a round but couldn't really afford to buy, and they choose to force buy. I think he would do things differently if he could go back just the way Big just did against them. Good kills from Kerrigan and twists to entry into the upper bomb site. And once again, might be a round that Big can't really go for when all is said and done.
Very nearly a kill on Brokey. That might have changed their minds. Oh, but the bomb is planted. Tabson. Long fight through the smoke, and he picks up Brokey. That's wild. That is yeah, I don't know. They're sort of still circling around a little bit. One of them in the vent. I don't know. They'd have to get one more miraculous kill like that for this to even be close. Smokes are up, setting up a couple of flashes to go through. It still feels like a very difficult retake that might be coming up for your big. They're going to be trying it anyway. Searson's already caught, and that might be the signal, yeah, for the rest of them to back on out. It's not worth it any longer.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even went for that as well. Twist had one final smoke to drop up in heaven, and Big this time is losing all of the guns. 5-2 lead for FaZe.
That is a little bit interesting. It's kind of a Mac 10 entry. 2-for-1 trade. Tamsin, he did almost all the damage initially, so if he'd got that kill maybe 1 second earlier, the bomb would have been slowed down. That could have been really interesting, but yeah, still was not enough to actually win the round. So
if that bomb doesn't get planted, they have, I mean, some like resources from FaZe get taken from elsewhere, and maybe they can make that retake work. But the fact that the bomb gets planted makes it near impossible. Also, the extra smoke on Twist, because of how fast-paced that take was, they had so many resources still available to them, so much utility still able to use. 3-round lead for FaZe, and it's back to pistols for Big. Although, I mean, fair play, they did win a round like this just a couple ago. It was an AWP instead of an M4 that was saved over as the sole rifle.
It's possible that they could do some damage, although those lobby crunches are, you know, you could do it every once in a while, but if you do too much in one half, then the T side is going to start to get really, really paranoid about it and probably will have a lot of people looking for it. So I'm assuming it'll be harder to pull that kind of a trick, at least. Crimbo, though, this is, oh, wow. I don't believe it. Rain, how, he should have been flashed, surely. And he just flipped right over and got the kill. That is lightning quick.
Yeah, he didn't care at all, did he? Swaps out for the M4. Gonna find himself another. That's Tabson to fall next. Heading down secret. Searson's able to put an end to the run for Rain. However, the map has been entirely lost to Big's defense. FaZe is already downstairs. They're already underneath heaven as well. And should be no chance for Searson to get back into this. They even spotted the second player jumping over, so no joy for Tizian either.
Yeah, keep that M4 away from them. Make sure you can put it to use in some of the upcoming rounds. This is shaping up to be a pretty good first half, all things considered. 6-2. Money, maybe not that amazing on the T side, but then again, same thing is pretty much true for Big. So FaZe will take that, even if they'd love to have a little bit more in the bank. And Twist is still up there. Brokey started to have more of an impact, but Twist was playing really well on Dust 2. They probably would have lost that map way earlier if not for Twist and his shenanigans. So cool to see him have some back-to-back performances here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 4-round lead that Kerrigan gets to play with now. They've had success outside. They've had some success fast-paced towards the upper bomb site. They've had success wrapping around towards heaven. So Kerrigan's got a lot of options to play with to really rack up the scoreline. Big's going to take a timeout here as they've been battered for the past few rounds, and this time they've got full money. So going to talk things over, see if they can change or adapt anything. You see Gabi being very vocal in the background.
Yeah, so cool to have Gabi standing behind this team. That's just...
He's back.
He's back, yeah. You love it, don't you? Well, let's see. Big, usually, I mean, I think the theme for them throughout the tournament so far has just been the level of preparedness, right? It's been all the work that they put into every team they've been playing against, so hopefully they have something prepared for Nuke, because it seems like it's going to be a bit of a challenge the way that this is working out.
Well, they were very, very prepared on Dust 2, so if they could have predicted that Nuke might have been the map FaZe was going to pick, you expect there's going to be some game plan, but at the moment, it's at least not working on the CT side. Rops takes a little bit of damage, but I believe he got down silently. This time, Searson, there's the call out of the timeout. Get the AWP in position to stop Rain before he can even begin.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade in favor of Big. Does put them a little bit of a at rest, surely. Ooh, but the timing here for Robs, he just walks in and Searson unable to react to that kill at all. That's unfortunate, and right back into a 3-on-3. Still plenty of time right here for FaZe to find the bomb site. They got Robs working downstairs. There's nobody here from the big side at all. So how long before Rob starts to find out? If they defeat Crimbo at the ramp, then it's almost a straight run to get the bomb plant down, with Rob's already securing the other part of it. So Flash, not that good, and he's going to take the kill against Kerrigan. With the bomb being dropped in front, he knows, and backup is being called for. Brokey's getting shot at the back any second now. Yeah, Crimbo just waited out. Great communication here on the side of Big. That is a nice way to save the round.
Actually, Rops does a great job coming up secret to find Searson, but after that, there's just nothing left for him to do. The other part of the attack couldn't make it. Rops is just, I was going to say, might have to just want to save the gun, but going to go for some extra kills here very briefly. 18 seconds. And now he chooses to keep the AK-47 in hand. He can drop it over to Brokey, who's only got $300, can drop over an AWP as well. Plenty of cash for whatever option he chooses. Big get a third round on the board.
Yeah, much needed one.
Yeah, we'll see moving forward, because obviously the plan of putting Searson outside with the op to just put a stop to Rain in this round worked great. Obviously, FaZe moving forward and Rain moving forward is going to be way, way more cautious about that and cognizant of the possibility. I wonder if that's like a one-round fix and change, or if that's going to be a change in philosophy for Big's defense to be aggressive outside.
Still Searson coming up with some decent numbers here. AWP stays alive on him. And it's going to be a 10th round that's coming up now. Tabson throwing out the nades. Smokes and flashes behind it. Takes up a position in case anyone was going to jump up on that silo. But he's burning very low, and if any of those bullets catch him, he might have been dead. Rain, though, not so lucky this time. He's going to make it downstairs anyway, but they don't quite catch Tabson at the very least. And he's back out looking for something out now that the smokes are fading. Did he find anything? There's a little bit of a jump past there, but he's got to be very careful. Yep, they were ready. Good catch.
Yeah, Tabson's playing a dangerous game there. Searson's brought down low, so is Keto, which means Crimbo has everything to hold on to outside. That's bomb hitting the ground. Crimbo, excuse me, gonna run back up the ladder. Tizian falls from the Rops lurk in lobby. And FaZe have pretty much access to the whole map.
Oh, they definitely do. Twist swings for it. Surprise to Crimbo. He was not ready. And now it just got a hell of a lot worse. Searson downstairs, but now that they know that he's here, they could probably isolate the bomb site. AK-47 in the hands of Keto. I don't know if he heard anything. Searson's actually kind of close by, so maybe they could still combine for a little bit of something. While Keto is watching this vent, it's possible for Searson to try and get out like that. Nice shot, and that's the bomb on the ground as well. Oh, a little bit of trouble. Smoke is up, but that might just help them recover the bomb. Low health as well on Keto. The spray is in. It's so close, but none of the bullets connecting. 20 seconds. He's going to make a run for it here. 18 seconds. HE can actually do so much damage if it goes behind the silo. It almost does, but Robs is going to stay alive. Twist tries to go for the spray. Almost successful. Keto finally catching that last bullet and leaves Searson on his own. 1 versus 2. He's picked up the 5-7 instead. Thrown away that AWP. He gets one, and then he gets the second as well. Oh, what a bold play. Yeah, he's back for that AWP now. And that is a close round that Big absolutely needed.
That's a grimy 2v3 to win. And Searson, you're right. That smoke actually helps FaZe pick up the bomb and get to the bomb site, but Searson had to use to get cover up to come up out of the vents. Oh my god, the fact that the bomb as well had to cross Squeaky Door, that round, FaZe could have won it in a myriad of different ways, but the fact that the bomb was isolated from that fight from Crimbo earlier is so painful. So painful with 55 seconds on the clock.
That could have, I don't know, that could have gone wrong 100 different ways, it feels like, for Big before it even got started. They were so low on health. Some of that spray coming through the smoke, I mean, if that catches any one of them, or maybe even both, it's just done with. What a crazy round. Well, they're going to keep up the pressure, and I don't really blame them, FaZe. They know that economy on the Big side has got to be low. They want to rush for it. Tabson takes down Twist, and this defense is holding right now. The fire not spreading enough to catch that hot player in Keto. And he's going to be able to stick around. Now they've got 3 kills and none on the FaZe side yet. Rain sneaking in, but doesn't check it. This is great. Huge round for Big, because they just lost everything nearly in that previous round, and now a flawless one here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Big's defense. Flawless victory, 5 players survived, plenty of money. And the good thing too is this is one of the things that FaZe had won on a couple times earlier in this half. So Big showing that finally they can shut down some kind of fast upper bomb site play. So take that option away from the FaZe attack, and all of a sudden you've put him back onto Deagles as well. Big might just recover late in this half after a good start from FaZe. As you mentioned, just like Dust 2, Big had a response there. They've got a response now on Nuke.
Yeah, it feels like it. And Ooh, okay. Well, Rain answering back, but it's still there's still time for the recovery, right? If they can get up to 6 or maybe even 8 rounds here in the first half, it's still pretty decent for Big. I think they're going to be all right with that. Harrigan going to be found last, and that ties up the scoreline, 6-6, with still Searson doing a lot of the work, but the rest of the team still, putting in an effort as a unit of 5 there. Nobody really running away with it. Searson, though, he's the man to beat right now if FaZe want to make it out in that yard.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job ever since they put him out here with this AWP. Remember, he put a stop to Rain's Reign of Terror out of a timeout a few rounds ago, and since then they've been a little bit more aggressive outside, trying to ensure that FaZe can't just get the outer yard scot-free. We're all tied up at 6. Tabson out here initially again. This time, Searson over in ramp room. They've been mobile with the op. It's Kerrigan with 2 of his closest friends outside. 3 of them, excuse me.
This is scary. Rob's nice read, but oh my god, he didn't even stop for it. But Searson is just so quick. I was going to say, when you peek that angle, you're not usually expecting the AWP, and especially because Searson's been playing outside. So it's a nice mind game for him to be relocating back there. Shocked that Rob's turned around for the fight against Keto. That's some heads-up play. And now Searson's going to be down here, and they have a little bit of a crossfire. It's broken up with the Molotov, though, and they'll be forced back. So trying to relocate. They really wanted to fight. Big are pretty aggressive down here.
Yeah, but what do you do if you're FaZe? Because of the way that, Rops actually killed Keto pushing lobby, they realize that Big knows lobby is clear. They realize that there's no presence outside the upper bomb site. So they've got to make a really, really tough decision, because you have to imagine if you're FaZe, you're reading that there's going to be a very strong defense at the lower bomb site as it is already.
Well, under 40 seconds now. Tizian, that is a godlike flashbang to take him down. And a little bit of a spray coming in from Tabson. He was trying to see if he could get the job done with that M4, conserving the bullets, of course. But it's not enough. He couldn't find the straight headshot to make that work. And now 2 versus 3. Very hard round to come back into here. But maybe if Searson could work his magic, sneak in with the AWP, find an early kill where he's going to get one for free against Rain. And do they want to throw more people at it? Surely not. This has got to be a mistake if they try it. Wallbang comes out. Doesn't touch anyone, but Crimbo, he's got up out of the vents. And Searson's still trying to get that wallbang. Straight headshot. Takes down Kerrigan. And now it's on Brokey. And he's locked in. The tables have turned. Searson, he is coming for them. Oh, round for round, he's making it work. A triple in this one, landing himself at 17 kills. And that is going to be the lead for Big, 7-6.
What a beast right now. Searson is just absolutely incredible. The 1-on-2 clutch earlier, some opening picks as well with the AWP. Now he's doing it in the post plants as well. This is wild. Searson just can't be stopped. That is not an easy shot to hit.
No.
That's a very small, quick gap. Big's up 7-6. And map 2 of the grand finals as well. Remember, they won Dust 2 if you're just tuning into the second map of Nuke. If Big wins Nuke, they win the grand finals.
Yeah,
and 150,000.
Think of the caliber of teams that we had going into this. I mean, I could think of a fair few teams I would have picked to defeat Big overall in the tournament, but they've proven themselves step by step. And right now, FaZe are probably a bit shell-shocked. We're not seeing the kind of response as well. I mean, Brokey's been playing fine enough. Him and Twist are both at 10 and 11 kills here, but the impact, the rounds that Searson control right here, it's something else, and they need to find a way to stop that from happening. Nice spray there from Keto. Kerrigan, awkward angle to try and take that fight. So, going to be 2 opening kills for Big to start this 14th round with.
Tizian at an off angle. Another smoke's going to come up. Brokey and Twist don't want to challenge it. A little bit of a deeper smoke to allow him to get down vents, but Tizian's going to put a stop to that as he drops the bomb. Twist has got to go back and pick it up, which means no vent access for FaZe, which also means Rain is all on his lonesome downstairs.
I don't know. I mean, there's not much to do right now. Oh, this is so tough. They had that big economy broken in such a massive way throughout large stretches of this first half here. Even in spite of Big trying to stay, reasonable with the money that they had, it still was not easy. And they're going to be running away, just trying to save what they can into the 15th round. So, yeah, Big really, they made it through the eye of the needle on this one. And they're going to be at 8 rounds going into 15th round. Chance to get 9 overall. That would be a huge recovery. At some points, it definitely looked like FaZe were going to take over this first half entirely.
Yeah, what was the score at one point? Like 4-2, 5-2 or something in the favor of FaZe? Yeah, I mean, that's actually 6-2 even. And a 6-round run for Big. This is absolutely mental. Good job all across the board. 17 kills for Searson in the opening half. I think back on Dust 2, it was Keto who had the incredible first half. He got up to 18 kills before the halftime came into play. So on top of just solid game plan, seemingly, just good individual performances on top of everything. Deep Molotov, and there goes Rain. Never expected that peak from Keto. Tizian even wanted to get frisky in lobby, but with that one kill, he's going to preserve the 5-on-4 advantage and back off.
Great play. No reason to keep pressing that issue. Once you've completed that first one, it's all going to be good. Remember, they saved a couple of rifles just to try and get in here. Now, 3 Galils in play. Absolutely no grenades, except for the smoke they just put out on Brokey. And, well, he picked up another one there, so maybe a little bit. But, yeah, they have one flash, one smoke. Oh, another smoke. All right, they had a couple laying on the ground, so something to work with. It's not a lot, but this is what it is. Still about a minute on the clock.
Not a lot to work with is a nice way of putting it. Holy hell, they got nothing. Smoke outside. Kerrigan closes up to Mini. He's going to try and wheel his way in through the smoke all on his own. It's all they can do with the utility they've got to work with. Kerrigan looking for an opening pick. Tizian has no idea. Again, losing control, losing sight, losing information at the outer yard, and FaZe have busted into the upper bomb site, but Searson is still alive.
Yes, he is, but so far so good for FaZe. This is impressive. They nearly doubled up for Searson. That would have been a nightmare. Or underhanding that nade down. Robs, if he'd kept going forward, he would have been blown up already. But now it's on Crimbo. Picking up the AWP. Yeah, that you can do it. Just missed by an inch. 20 seconds. And what do they want to do here? Smoking it up. Crimbo's going to try and challenge it. He can't miss a shot right now, or he's going to be dead. There's one. Down on the low ground. He tries it. That is so bold. Oh, if that would have worked out, it would have been beautiful. But regardless, it's an 8-7 finish in the first half in favor of Big.
Oh, my Lord. I don't even know if that was bold. That was just desperation. But, boy, if he had hit that, that would, I mean, just call it right there. 8-7 for Big. What a great CT half.
Surely mentally no recovering from that if you get no scope falling down like that. But
yeah, if he wins that battle in your phase, you're just like, well, we can't do anything right. No matter what we do, something's always going to go wrong. And boy, that felt like it could have been close.
Well.
Is that a decoy thrown into T-spawn?
Yeah, why not? It's probably not going to fool anyone, but, give it a shot. Here we go, making the jump pass. Rain knows he's going to be able to call it out. Good communication here. Kerrigan ready to receive as they try to come through the window down towards Hell. So, nice double. And yeah, Rain, just the fact that he heard and spotted them jumping past is obviously super important. Kerrigan doesn't have to do too much more right now. Oh, bomb gets planted. That is a little bit of a freak moment. But still, 5 versus 2. This should be no problem.
Yeah, but you need some kills right now if you're Big. This is way too many overwhelming numbers. Good push, good aggression, needs more. Keto holding the line, and he finds Rops eventually. What? There are the kills. There are the kills coming in, but can you actually win the 1v2 post-plant?
Trying to snipe it away. Brokey running up close, hunting him down as he's trying to get the reload in. They're already defusing. Oh, it's a nice attempt. They did a lot of work in that 2-on-5. And I mean, from Big's point of view, at least they get the bomb plant down as well for some cash. But that actually got way too close.
Yeah, good job on the 2 players left from Big to actually cordon that off and take those fights in the choke points as the rest of FaZe was trying to stream in. Right around Horseshoe. Kerrigan able to hold on to window, as you mentioned. Rain gave him all the information. Big wasn't being quiet about it. They were trying to pull as much attention there. And look, it succeeded. That's the attention that allowed them to get the bomb plant into the lower bomb site and actually find these fights as well. Just nothing left to do after that. Bomb not planted for Keto at the end anyways. He had to be overly aggressive.
Tizian trying for an opening. A little bit of a deagle and a prayer. Not going to get rewarded this time. But this is FaZe moment to get themselves back in. As you rightly said, if they lose this map, they lose the grand finals. Right at the precipice of getting into Cologne as well. Not exactly how you want to be playing it. So, yeah, this is their moment to turn it around and get onto that third map. Rob's going to be finding Keto. Tabson wanted to swing with that deagle, but ooh, he actually gets the kill. I was going to say the aim punch surely would have made that impossible, but somehow he's able to.
All right, Rain chilling at window. Twist up on top. Easy kill onto Crimbo. And should be a pretty easy mop up after that. Nice triple from Twist. 9 rounds for FaZe.
Well, one step in the right direction. I'm not feeling super confident right now in what they're showing us here on the FaZe side. Gonna need to show a little bit more stability. But at least they have the lead, and at least they have a little bit of money to work with, so some signs of life. Yeah, Twist out on the hunt. Making some bank. Big answering back in this early round. Ooh, I was going to say AW and CS, but it's Tabson to start with. Dropping Rain at the edge of the smoke. Just a great angle to take that fight with. And Twist up here. There's a lot of people on the other side. If you swing for it, going to be hard to win a battle against 3 people with AKs on the other side. Rob's huge off angle right now, and that's going to be a one battle for him.
Yeah, I didn't think Tabson was even looking in that direction. Brokey on the slide over goes 1 for 1. Lower bomb site. Big has access, but FaZe has dropped 2 defenders down as well. Kerrigan's hustled down vents. Rops is down outside as well. Longer big take here. This lurk is going to be so impactful. Rops isn't slowing down at all as well. Smoke is going to hold them back and put him in perfect position for a multi-kill from Rops.
Oh, he's in such a good position. Trigger discipline is there. Got to be careful you don't get too greedy, but right now he's playing this to perfection. This is so genius, and Searson, not even he's going to be quick enough to spin around on that one. This is nicely done. Keto, though, is fighting back. 35 seconds. Drop down, and... well,
hey, Trace. What's up, baby?
Taking all the spotlight away from us now, isn't he? Dr. Trace, in fact. Carrigan going to find him. And, yeah, he had to run. He was running out of time, so he had to make a lot of noise moving around. It's unfortunate. And ultimately, it'll be another round for FaZe. That flank was impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, not only the flank, but the smoke as well into the door to just hold that at bay. I mean, you could even, the player who's wrapping around up top, Keto, he actually could have made that play a little bit earlier as well. That would have allowed them to move forward faster. But, I mean, how can you really predict that this flank is going to come in from Rops? Well done. 10-8.
That really brings it back. 2-round lead. Denying the first buy out of Big, making sure that FaZe are in a slightly more comfortable position here. Oh, but Tabson, he's on the run with the Tech 9. Goodbye, Dink.
Just puts him on notice.
Yeah. Well, good that he has some friends down there. Oh my god, what is going on? Crimbo, again, the run and gun with a Tech 9. Rain wants to stop this from happening, and he is going to find the perfect timing. Confident that there's only going to be the 2 of them, and now he's fighting at range. Still got a minute left. 2 on 2. Grenade does a little bit, but he's got some backup here in Carrigan, and that's really what matters. Oh, he's got to be careful, though. Nice smoke from Carrigan to help him out.
Yeah, and actually, are they aware of the reposition? They have to consider it now. And Kerrigan, they still don't know where his position is. Bomb is dropped deep in the site. They've got 50 seconds to work with any mistake, and there it is. Rain comes back to try and flirt with the gap, but because of the time, Big can be so patient.
Yeah, they still have it. 35 seconds, sneaking in. Keto, he knows, but now it's going to be a little bit too late. Carrigan hits the headshot. Searson's on the other side, and they're just jiggling away, trying to bait the shot out. 25 seconds. Molotov, not going to change the round at all. The question is, can he outplay? Oh, he's already in position. Carrigan saw it coming. Oh, this is so smart. Searson, no way that he knows. That was the real 2000 IQ play right there.
That's such a god tier one-on-one that Kerrigan just won. Searson had no clue that he had made that movement. What a great reposition. Oh my lord. I cannot believe Big have actually lost this. 3 quick kills with pistols into the lower bomb site. Not enough players to watch for this. This play from Rain saves the day, and a 1v2 from Kerrigan.
Wow. This is an unpredictable game right now. Looked like they were about to wipe out FaZe with just Tech 9s, but last minute recovery. That should put them on notice again. They can't take anything for granted in this game. Big are just... They're here to win this final, and they're keeping it super competitive even in these rounds where they don't have a lot to work with.
Yeah, they really are. But I mean, look, FaZe is starting to run away with this CT side, and remember, we always have this conversation too. Like, it's all good that you're doing this kind of damage to the economy, and look at the money on Twist and Kerrigan on Rain, even to a degree on Brokey. But if you don't ever get that breaking point, if you don't actually make it happen, this all goes to waste. And if it takes too long, you don't really have a whole lot of rounds to play with the advantage it's given you. So Big need a victory here pretty quick.
Yeah, they surely do. Brokey positioned up with the AWP down there. And that economy of theirs on the T side, I mean, if it's not that it's much better now after that last round for FaZe, but they haven't really been able to roll anything forward here in the second half yet, Big, so we'll see. Rain denied the entry from the Molotov, spilling down onto the stairs. A little bit of a jump. That is so scary, but Brokey doesn't hit the shot.
Yeah, Searson would have hit that.
I was going to say, yeah, I didn't want to be crude, but you're right, he might have.
I got you, don't worry.
Just appreciate it.
All right, Rain by the stairs in secret, looking for the headshot angle, taps in as well, over the top. AK wins this battle. Rain's gonna bail out. He's got some information. Hasn't caused any movement in the rest of the FaZe defense just yet.
Look at the time on the clock here. 30 seconds as they started to make their way downstairs. But this is one of those moments where you have to say not a lot could go wrong. They don't have any smokes for the bomb plant. They've got one flashbang, and as soon as they crack open a door or shoot open a window or anything, they're all in. And this is 15 seconds now. This has to be flawless. Here they come out on the low ground of the bomb site, and it is flawless. Thabson and Searson with the 2 opening kills that they needed, and that's the round. Wow.
That's the round. It was exactly flawless. It does not get much more flawless than that. Oh, even better because Chizian's on the hunt. 3 weapons saved, and FaZe might have been able to put them together for the next round, but if you take away 1 more, they definitely can't. Here with 2, oh, they finally got it. They got the flawless take that you talked about, Anders. They got the economic break that I was talking about as well.
I mean, that's cutting it way too close. But yeah, but it works, it works. So can't really complain, can we? Interesting stuff. Well,
I mean, that's just good protocols as well in that kind of a situation. Obviously, with Searson watching way up top deep for the swing from Rops. And obviously an instantaneous headshot. Rain thinks they're going to come from his left side of the silo. They come around the other edge and just put him down. 11-9. It's a 2-round deficit now for Big, but they have money control.
This is starting to get real scary now. Just a little bit of a buy up here on the side of FaZe for Mars. C-set 75 on Rops. And very, very limited on the nades so far. So they got a tiny bit to work with here. But if Big win this upcoming round, there's a chance that they get up there and equalize the scoreline. And who knows what happens from there. They still seem so relentless on the Big side. Again, a lot of what they're doing here, just you can tell that they've done their homework.
Yeah. Well, I would honestly expect nothing different from Big as well. I think, you know, of all the ups and downs and inconsistencies in the team, I think that level of preparation has been a constant pretty much since the organization started itself. And I think that's, you know, got to be part of the culture that you have when you open up an organization. You have got to be affiliated with it in such a big way. No pun intended. Here we go, round 21. Off on Searson, AK's the rest of Big. It's the off that was saved on Brokey, and FaZe is forced into this. This is everything that they've got. Everything they have is here in this round.
Oh, they're going for it. Keto with the opening, but I'm not sure it's enough right here. Tizian, he's still got some life left in him, but can he get out against Brokey is the question. 2 versus 3. The initial fight there could have maybe worked out, but it just, people kept showing up on the defensive side. And Rain down here, yep, looking at the bomb, a little bit of a nod to that, so they know they can start to get everyone located. Robs is making sure that no one is sneaking through the vent, and if anyone tries to, you know, jump on this bomb site, he's going to be able to fly right up there with the CSAT 75. So how do you get this round back if you're Searson and Tizian? At least they have some time, but that's pretty much it.
They're just trying to clear out angles so they know they can just fight towards the bomb site, but without any kind of a flashbang, you're just dry peeking into the op of Brokey. One smoke to use on Searson if he feels like he wants it. HE grenade on Rain could do some damage, but won't find the kill. Tizian's just going to have to jiggle this peek out. There's the nade. There's the jiggle. Doesn't even matter. Rops up the vent, is going to find that kill, tapping away with the CZ, and it's FaZe sustaining at 12-9 and making sure they don't get completely broke. That's a good force up.
Yeah, real important stuff. Would have been a nightmare if they would have actually cracked through this one. So FaZe cementing their lead once again, if not even their economy here. Yeah, but it still feels like every round is a struggle. It feels like they're not just cruising through FaZe the way that we saw they did against some teams earlier in the tournament. That's not what we're really witnessing. They're having to really put up a fight right now.
All right, Rain, burning Searson alive at the start. Gonna come back for another battle, another fight. Taps and drops him. 1-for-1 trade outside. It's all on Rops. Up on top of the boxes, 1-for-1 there as well. Brokey's gonna slot into position, missed an opportunity, and he's one of the X factors. The Dust talked about a solid, or a quiet performance on Dust 2, excuse me, in a loss, and here as well, missing a couple shots.
Yeah, he's still one of the top performers on the team, but you're right. I mean, I think yesterday in the semifinal, we saw Brokey hit every single shot. Missed nothing at all. Kerrigan trying to sneak through and steal the round in the middle of the bomb plant. That would have been quite something if you could have got even 1 or 2 of those, but instead, it's Twist in a 1 versus 3, and we've learned anything from Dust 2, it's that you don't give him the fights. Just don't challenge him. He has the aim and the mechanics to win if you just keep battling him out. So just leave him to be. And Big are going to be able to get 10 on the board. And again, the money is just not there for FaZe. It hasn't been enough. Oh, it's a very wobbly second half for both teams right now. I'm not really sure who's going to end up winning this one. Well,
the question now, FaZe is going to be another position where they might choose to force buy around this. Depending on the money of Rops, depending on the money of Twist, if he can afford to drop a gun over, I think he can drop a FAMAS over. Rops can also drop down to a FAMAS and buy. So decision to make for FaZe. I would almost half expect there to be a timeout to talk this one over. That's a nade and a Molotov combo to take down Searson, but it just didn't matter.
Two-round gap. FAMAS in play once again. They try to stretch it as much as they can here. They don't really care for the save. I mean, this could really cost them. I don't know if it's the right or the wrong move, but the fact that they are never able to get a full buy right here on the FaZe side is certainly going to be an issue at some point, right?
Yeah, it certainly will be. Well, I mean, and obviously the one counter to that is if they just keep winning on these force buys, but can't really rely on that one. Kerrigan gonna get aggressive inside hut, finds an Ego with the CZ. All 5 players for Big in lobby heading towards ramp room, it would appear. It's Crimbo throwing some utility from the back from T-spawn. He might follow up late just to watch the flank.
Yeah, Twist playing that anti-flash position back there. Gonna be very hard to dig out, and especially if your attention is focused towards Brokey. Rops is down below with a 5-7, and doesn't look like anyone's going to challenge him anytime soon. So let's see if he's going to be part of that ramp defense if they really push the issue. Ooh, they're going to go back outside.
This is really instead. Yeah, this is really running the clock down low, and that's a brutal loss to take. 35 seconds now.
Rain Keto, he's going to get shocked here. He thought that was it, not expecting someone to get up close, so maybe it's going to work out. They've actually found a huge opening. Oh, no. This could be a problem for that FaZe defense. Crimbo taking down Brokey, and Kerrigan has to try and sneak on out, but Searson just at the perfect time, perfect place with that AWP, and he's ready for more. Yeah, he's checking everything. Wow, I actually thought that was going to go horribly wrong for Big, but again, they just thread the needle perfectly.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, too, is you're exactly right. Rain just thought it was just one lurker. He didn't realize there was a massive bodies. If he had gotten that information, or if he had stuck outside to keep spotting at distance, he might have been actually able to help position FaZe a little bit better. But, man, not really knowing what was happening. Big was quiet that whole round, shuffling between ramp room, shuffling between hut, and obviously relocating outside that. They just never had a read. And that's finally it. The complete break. Back to just USPs. FaZe have to save here. So a great chance for Big to even up the scoreline.
Yeah, they're not letting FaZe get away with much here. The fact that they can't build the lead in the economy and they're back to nothing but pistols. This time it's going to be no force up of any kind, and that also would be a little bit crazy. So let's just see. 24th round. They need a miracle right now, FaZe. They need for someone to go wild with a P250 or a 5.7 or something. Otherwise, I'm not sure this is going to be working out. Well, Kerrigan's going to get one for free here, even with a USP. That's interesting. Tabson not quite checking it enough, and Kerrigan will even make it his escape with the AK-47. This might be the miracle they need. He comes back to try and go for the spray, but he can't find that shot. Brokey up close, P250 in hand, and Twist on top of the hut. They're doing the best they can in this round phase. It's real close. If you look at the health, they've almost got it. 16 health, 18 health, one more bullet on either one, and maybe this would have been a FaZe round, but now it's all up to Robs.
I don't know. He can do it. He can do it, but look how scared Big is at the moment. They're just hitting pause, waiting for the follow-up peek. Well done from Big. The patience there, rewarding them with a final kill. They avert disaster. 12-12 down the stretch. Big continuing to fight back.
Okay, nice catch. It's a very close one. It's the timing for him to show up in that squeak door. I mean, it looked like that could have been a multi-kill spray down with that AK-47, but just missed a couple of bullets. So 12-12, tied up. FaZe are back with some more rifles here, but they've got to be worried now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is not going at all the way you planned. This is FaZe's pick as well, and they're being tested in a massive way. Little chat between Gob B and Tabson before we get underway with the round 25. But Big starting to build some momentum as well. And I mean, if FaZe don't solve these economic issues, they've played a number of rounds of these 4 spies with very light utility. If they don't figure this out and get some money behind them, it's going to be really, really difficult down the stretch. 3 straight for Big.
So scary, isn't it? Searson, he is still all over the place. Absolutely wreaking havoc at the moment. It's 23 kills on him. It seems like almost every time they turn a corner, no matter where they are on the map, they have to worry about Searson just standing there ready and waiting. Keto, that's an entry to take down Twist. Odd fight right there as well. If someone had been up at the silo, that would have been a very bad battle, but it works out. 4 versus 5 now. And all the pressure on FaZe.
They double naded, I believe, at the same time as that peek from Keto from HUD. I didn't really get to see where those nades landed, but that's an interesting way to do it. Twist obviously brought out into the open. That smoke didn't go anywhere where he wanted it to.
No, definitely not, but sometimes it just be that way.
Nobody kills Tabson with the USP in that position twice in one match.
But they might do it with an M4. The timing. Oh, Tabson. That's just unfortunate. He tried his best, lurking around outside there. The rest of the team gonna try and make it through the hut with no real support. Just Keto trying to sneak through and getting called by Kerrigan. That's maybe a little bit too bold here.
They don't really have a whole lot of resources to make this upper hit work all that much. You could see Searson was thinking about going up the ladder to throw the Molotov on top hut. He gets called back by his teammates. They're just going to come out the door expecting this fight, waiting for it, and they're going to win it. Down the vents we go. Oh. I think there's going to be 2 defenders down there as well.
Yeah,
they bungled this. Yeah, this is going so slow. Brokey's going to have a chance here, missing some opportunities, but time is a factor. They need to get into the bomb site, and Rops is here ready and waiting.
Yeah, they got so slowed down. I think one of them was stuck on the ladder, maybe couldn't even see what was happening. Oh,
Oh,
Simpson,
no.
he's always so reliable. Rain on his own. He comes charging through the Molotov, wants to take the fight, and Searson's back here. There's a little bit of a nade. Does he see it? He's almost dead. Rain has nearly got him. Just needs one more bullet, and it should be enough. Trying to tag him away, and there it is. Rain in a 1 versus 2. He came powering through that fire at the ramp, and it will be another round for FaZe. Man, everything is a struggle right now for them.
Yeah, it really is, and it's not going to get any easier. Once again, a victory with only one player surviving. So talk about having to get over those economic issues they've had throughout the last 4 or 5 rounds. It's not happening yet. And another break here would just be so incredibly brutal at this junction of the game. If Big are able to get up to 13-13 and take all the money away from FaZe, they're laying out the red carpet, and then your back's really, truly against the wall.
Man, this shot, though, it's so scary. Every time you see something like that, you think, surely they're going to be able to win this, but it doesn't change the fact that FaZe are up 1 round. They have a slightly better tools than some of the previous rounds. Still not that many nades. Maybe that's one of the things they're missing here. Crimbo's quick down into mini, while Searson's being run outside, but the fact that Crimbo's there so early, that's actually horrifying for that A defense.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, this is a nightmare scenario. They have control of the upper bomb site. Everyone's going to get called back from secret. They say, screw it. And FaZe, with the money situation that they're in, I think they got to save.
Yeah, they might not have a choice, right?
Yeah, once this bomb goes down, I don't see a way that you can risk basically the entire map on a 4-on-4 retake when you're not in position, where you have no utility to get into position, and Big control the entire map.
Yeah, they've already given up on it, and it's hard to really blame them for it. Even that kill doesn't change anything, so that's again, they get a little bit of leash, and Big, they pull them right back. Going to be tied up 13-13 now. How do they change this? They really, I mean, they need to shut that Big economy down themselves, right? They need, if they can win some back-to-back rounds here, FaZe, I mean, they're almost at the 3rd map just doing that, but also they might actually get almost to the 3rd round for free just by closing out that the money on the T side.
Oh, but this is actually painful. I don't know about this. This hunt, it's really kind of slipped away. Money is still okay, but that's 2 weapons given up right at the end for Big. However, just a nice, easy 1-kill victory for him. That's it.
That's it.
That was the round.
Well, they're going to have to try and do it again. That's the benefit, obviously, for FaZe saving as much as they did. They're going to be able to try to put up a bit of a fight here. Roki outside, a lot of smoke in his face, and Rain, there was a gap there. He had the right idea. Looked like that should have done more damage. Crimbo wants to do what he did last round, but they heard it. They definitely heard the drop-down twist. He's got to be... Oh, he's not aware. Oh, that is shocking. That might have been team communication, or it might have been a nade or something that pulled his attention away. It looked like that should have been audible. Rain going to be dropping down to low ground, comes running in. Rain is angry. You could tell he's taking all the fights here. Still 3-on-3, and down below, Rob's going to get checked by Searson again. Blasting open that door, and it's another bomb plant for Big. This is so wild.
Yeah, I think Twist, I think his hearing was screwed up by the Molotov and the gunfire outside. Again, what a tough decision to make if you're Rain and Brokey, but they're already going to call the save. Big's going to get up to 14. All that pressure towards the upper bomb site, a player inside Hut, a player inside Mini. And Rob's kind of got pulled into no man's land trying to decide if he wanted to commit lower or rotate back up to the upper bomb site. And Searson, I swear to God, it feels like Searson has had that kill on Rob's like 5 times throughout this half. Always swinging out the door, the decom door.
Yeah, pretty much,
14-13.
Right?
Yeah, Big have an advantage.
This is something else. Not that many guns surviving on either team, but for Big, that is much less of a problem than it is for FaZe. Starting to slip away. It looked like they had it at one point in the second half here, even if the first half was rough. I mean, Big already started to answer back early on in the first half on Nuke. Yeah, this is so crazy. Searson is untouchable.
I think also Twist is expecting some kind of communication from Brokey watching outside. I mean, Brokey gets the 1 kill on the player on the floor, kind of rushing up with fast pace, but he never saw the Mini player drop in. That play's worked twice now in back-to-back rounds. I don't think you can go back to it if you're Big. At least not unless this goes to overtime. You might be able to go back to it, but I don't know if it's how many more times it can actually work in regulation. 14-13.
Yeah, the pressure is it's on, man. Oh, we talked about it. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line, of course, for that first place, but also just the momentum going into Cologne. Get it feeling like you know what you're doing here, and right now, just everything seems to be working out for Big, more or less. They've done a lot of preparation, and you can tell. Searson, 25 kills. Crimbo at 19. Keto at 20. And again, he's the stand-in. Definitely punching above his weight right now.
Playing for that contract. Looking good. Very passive round from Big. Especially after the pace of the previous two. So switching things up, giving FaZe a different look. Might be saying, because of their weakened economy, maybe they use some utility early to stop the fast-paced plays we've been running with.
Well, that wall is set up outside. Rain is definitely in position to catch maybe Crimbo again if he wanted to try it for a third time. And they're slow playing it. Might be banking on the idea that maybe FaZe would get a bit nervous the way this has been playing out. Gonna go see if they can look outside, but that's not happening right now.
They're going to split the upper bomb site eventually. I think these two players outside are just keeping tucked in so nobody can see that it's going to be a split through mini. They've really identified this as a weakness in the last 3 rounds.
Kerrigan just a FAMAS up here. Not a lot of stopping power. Almost no nades left either on that CT side. Raindo not even reloading yet, and he's going to go down to Keto. Kerrigan is down on the ground of the bomb site. Got to be careful, but that is some real good spray. Coming in from the hut is Searson, but he's going to get checked from Twist up top, and they managed to hold on. They had a lot of people at this bomb site, so it's a great read from FaZe, and that'll put them at 14-14.
Ooh, some of those guns they lost a few rounds ago for Big are coming back to haunt them here. Tizian with 1800, Tapson with 2750, but you're not saving in this round. Not when you're at 14-14. You want that one chance to close out the map, close out the series, and win the grand final. Finally, FaZe are going to be able to survive with enough players to have some nades as well behind this. They've been stuck on some awkward money. Upgrades to AK-47s. This is the best buy FaZe have had since in the past 6-7 rounds.
It really is. Win or lose, you're right. It's just been pure misery. Even some of the rounds that they come out with a victory and they've had nothing left. So starting to, I mean, maybe this is what they need, right? Sometimes playing that CT side with limited Molotovs and all the rest of it could just be really hard. So possible that FaZe could just get enough energy to cross the finish line here. I hope they do. I'd love to see a third map between these two teams. This is a grand final after all. And they've struggled. You can't say they haven't been trying real hard. Brokey at 23 kills. So he is 2 behind Searson at the moment. He's had a lot of impact too.
Smokes are down in the early going. Heavy emphasis on the upper bomb site. Top hut up in rafters as well. And ain't nobody going to leave mini open from here to the end of time for FaZe.
Yeah, they're not going to give that one up again. They're real far back with that AWP as well as Brokey. Just trying to put some distance between him and any AKs that might be coming out that way. Going to be the 2 smoke walls set about them, so limited on the nade use just to try and create a bit of confusion, but are they going to try and do it again? Could be the Molotovs just raining in from the ceiling windows. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Still pretty decent defense on this A-bomb side. Just waiting for the timer. Yeah, those windows are going to go boom, and then question is, a lot of ways to throw those Molotovs. You could throw them down behind the site. You can actually hit them up on the rafters up there and obviously on the hut. So we'll see just how much they could do. They have 3 of them currently. Searson with 1 of them as well. And Brokey's just... This might be a problem, though, for Brokey. If they throw Molotov back here, this is exactly the position you can bomb out. So with a Molotov... Oh, sorry, with an AWP, that might be really awkward. He does not have a smoke either to put it out with. But so far, nothing's landed on him. Oh, they're all there, but he missed the shot anyway. Twist He's not going to miss a thing. Quick double, and that should be the end of the round. Not enough time here for this 2-on-5. Oh, man, if Twist doesn't get that immediate double kill, you wonder if that doesn't just blow up. And Twist, in the end, quad kill. Finishes in style with an HE grenade, and it's 15 for FaZe.
No, but that was way too obvious from Big. I mean, that's the first round and basically this whole half, or maybe the second round, this whole half, where they've done like absolutely nothing, where they've just kind of sat and waited. There was no presence outside, no presence toward ramp room. Everyone is just waiting for all the utility to run out for FaZe before that execute again. And if you're FaZe, that's so comfortable. That's so comfortable. Good shooting from Twist, even with the missed shot from Brokey. Even if Twist goes down, you've got more players here to pick up the pieces. This upper bomb site outside of Mini has kind of been locked down. Oh, the bomb took the worst tumble possible for Big. It tumbled further out into the open, and there's no recovering that.
Yeah. Oh no. Keto is trying to play for the team. He's like, don't worry, guys. I know I'm just a stand-in, but I'm gonna try and fetch that bomb. Just way too deep in there. Couldn't quite find it. 15-14, and this round working out really well for FaZe at the moment. They don't have to panic about anything.
Now, map 3 is looking very likely. Rain is going to add to it. Another kill for him. Third map will be Mirage to decide these grand finals. And there's no chance of Big getting there. Brokey ready and waiting for this peek from Tizian. He's got that. Crimbo left alone. And FaZe have done it. What a way to survive a very effective Big offense.
Yeah, absolutely great job. Twist, even in that last one, didn't want to go for the knife, wanted to close it out. It is FaZe winning the second map and putting us on to the third and final map at the grand finals. Man, that was an epic struggle for FaZe.